What is going on, everybody? Back with another live stream. I always forget to press the go live button now that I'm using OBS. And because with OBS, you have to start the stream and then you have to go to the YouTube app or the YouTube browser and then click starts live. So what's going on, Jess? What's going on, Steven? How's it hanging? Happy Sunday. I was going to say Friday, but today is Sunday. What's up, Sweeney Challenge? How's it going? Long time. It's been a while. Hope you've been doing well. And for those of you just joining or maybe back on the replay, today the topic of discussion is my change in my YouTube schedule. It was just more of a modification just because I have a lot of things going on in terms of work, in terms of running, in terms of jiu-jitsu, review videos. So now I want to at least have a couple pieces finalized in terms of what type of content I come out per day with each given day of the week. And then also I will be answering questions after. So if you're tuning in, that's the game plan for today. And then obviously hanging out with you all. So it'll be a good time. What's up, Kevin? How's it going? Dr. B, hey, buddy. Good to see you again. Time trial run-in. How's it going? How is college? I know that you just recently started. And, man, college was one of the most exciting times of my life. And not necessarily the best times of my life. I mean, they were one of the best times of my life, but my life is always one of the best times of my life. But live it up in college. It's definitely a lot of fun. Learn some new skills, start a business, join some clubs, whatever you want to do. What's up, Adam? How's it going? You closing people in real estate yet? Not yet. It's actually, last week was my second week. And this coming week will be my third week. So definitely learning, a lot of learning. So with the real estate test, it's all, theory, right? And with the theory, it's really not that bad, but once you get into practicing, now it's okay, how do you communicate that with the client or the buyer, the seller, learning how to use proper vernacular. But not only that, just educating myself on, statistics, because you really have to know not only the local, but the national, how's the housing market going and everything like that. So a part of it is educating myself on those types of aspects of real estate, but also at the same time, it's onboarding in terms of their, so I'm with Keller Williams East Bay, and with Keller Williams, they have a lot of tools that we can utilize. So the other huge portion of it is simply learning how to use their systems, and that in itself is all of this is all brand new to me. So it's kind of all this information is coming to me, and it's a lot of learning. So it's, utilizing the resources in terms of how to track the people that you talk to, in terms of how to use the multiple listing service. So it's a lot of things going on at once. And I think obviously with the more time that passes, the more familiar that I get. But right now there seems like to be so many tools. Like there's, 5 to 10 different platforms that I need to learn how to use. Plus I'm learning they have classes too, everything that they teach in classes in terms of best practices. I have a mentor, I have a productivity coach. So it's all kind of hitting me all at the same time. But I mean, that's what it is. I just have to stick with it. And the more that I put my head down, not necessarily put my head down, but the more that I am ingrained in it every single day, the faster that I'm going to learn. And that's just the point that I'm at right now. I mean, for me, I feel like coming into real estate, there's definitely a lot of pros in terms of my career as a recruiter. So as a recruiter, you're making cold calls, you connect with people all day, even actually YouTube, going live streams, talking to people, talking on the camera, it teaches you all those people skills. And one of the struggles that I've seen other, people that are starting real estate is because we work in groups. And every week we meet in, small groups with our productivity coach, with our mentors, and people shares their struggles and they say, oh, what are you struggling with this week? And most of the struggles comes in the realm of lead generation. Lead generation, finding people to talk to, finding people to just conversate real estate with so that they can be potential business in the future, or even now. But most of the I guess the struggles that I've seen from people coming in is not even necessarily the technical knowledge, because some of them have been here for 3 months, 6 months, a year, but though it's more of the lead generation and, okay, how do I get creative? How do I time block and stay committed to my goals? And I think coming from a recruiting background, especially working in an office and with a team, I've had that exposure. So I'm lucky enough to come in with I know how to stay organized. I know how to cold call. I don't mind cold calling. So that's just one of the things that I've noticed. I mean, I am so green. I'm only two and a half weeks in. But from the classes that we take, Monday through Friday. There's 5 to 6 classes that you can take per day. They're teaching us all this stuff, but some of the stuff, I mean, I am happy to go through the classes, but a lot of the stuff is, okay, how to use your time efficiently or how to time block. So, a lot of the people going into real estate, they need that because they didn't necessarily have that sales background or that recruiting background before. They might be coming in from high school. They might be coming in from another job in which they didn't acquire those skills. So kind of a long-winded answer, and I was just kind of going all over the place, but those are the things that I've noticed so far in terms of real estate and the people that I'm around, in terms of new people starting real estate. So right, let me catch back up in the chat. Whoa, it is a party up in here. It's all online, time trial running. Yeah, I bet. So you don't go into class whatsoever? So time trial running, just recently started college. Are you still on campus? That's a good question. Kiara, hey Vince, hey Elizabeth, thanks for stopping by. I bet the scripts is a challenge, my man. Yeah, the scripts, it's challenging. So scripts, if for all of you who don't know, they have a scripts class every Friday, but also Monday through Friday. There's also one at 6 to 6:30 and 7 to 7:30. And basically what the scripts class is it is a role play of sorts. So they'll give you a certain topic. Let's say, okay, the buyer says that he wants to list the property by himself. And then we have to, as the person on the other side, so you role play with another person, and then you basically have to not like rebuttal, but you have to get through the roadblock. So they're going to say, well, I don't want to list my house because I feel that I can get more money if I list by myself. And then, so how do you respond to that? So, it's just practicing those scenarios. And then we usually go like 3 or 5 like negations. So once you hit 5, then the other person say yes, stop giving them a hard time. But with the scripts practice, they really emphasize scripts in terms of like real estate, because it's all very similar in terms of like, because it's like once you get into like real estate or anything sales, you're going to start hearing the same type of rebuttals. Like, no, I want to list it by myself. Oh no, I don't want to go that road. I don't want to do that. So you're going to come through the same type of situations. So they say memorize the scripts. So once you can memorize the scripts, and not necessarily memorize, because they're going to ask you all different questions, but once you kind of have the scripts down, then you can kind of get into that real estate. Okay, then you can kind of throw statistics at them, okay, like, and then try to help them out, right? So the scripts is definitely challenging, though it's something that I had a little bit of practice of when I was a recruiter, and that's something that really helped me, because they are very scary, because you're like, I don't know how to respond to this, because the person on the other side is purposely giving you a hard time. So they're going to be like, no. And then you have to overcome that with information, with it's not just personality, right? Because personality is one portion of it, but the idea of these scripts is that you are going to have a good answer for whatever that they're going to say. So for me, I plan to, and it's a little bit early, but 6 to 6:30 every single day, Monday through Friday, they have a scripts meeting or like class in the morning. So I'll be taking that every single day, Monday through Friday at least. And then I have another one from 8 to 8:30. And then there's also Monday through Friday, 7 to 7:30, but I might not take that one just because I can use that time for like just catch up on my research, plan my days and stuff like that. So, but some days I might go to both, but who knows? So Sweeney Challenge, unfortunately, this has started late for me, buddy, so I gotta get some sleep. Thanks for coming by. Fascinating. Many skill sets are in the same. Yep. Hey, Jen. Oh. Hello, everybody. All right, cool. I'm Basari Adam. I live in an apartment around the campus, but no actual classes in person. Gotcha, nice. So, I mean, I feel like for me with this whole, because I don't have to go to the office, I don't, obviously working from home, it's kind of like a blessing in disguise in terms of like, I literally wake up, I hop on the computer, I put on a dress shirt, and then, obviously I'm in like shorts or leggings still. And I just save so much time. And I realized with this whole shelter in place thing, I save a ton of time. And instead of, driving to the gym, I can just go run outside. So, yeah. But I digress. Have a good evening, everyone. Cool. What's good? Cool. The money management. What's up, my friend? Thanks for coming by, Steven. All right, so let's get into it. So for those of you just joining, today's topic is my, just a change in my YouTube schedule. And also I'll be answering some questions after that. And then also, if you have any questions, I'll be able to answer your questions as well in the chat box. So if you have any questions, drop it in the chat box below. But in terms of my YouTube channel, I mean, I've been doing daily videos for a little over 6 months now, and it's actually a blessing in disguise. It's a lot of hard work, but also at the same time, because I do, now it's 6 videos a day, 6 videos a week plus 1 live stream, I get to talk about so many different things. So as these 6 months have gone by, a lot of the videos, even like, let's say I didn't even do live streams yet, all 7 videos were primarily fitness based. And they started to, like as weeks went on, I started to incorporate, okay, one day, this day is going to be dedicated to this day is going to be dedicated to that. And then all of a sudden speed up to this point. And I pretty much have every single day, it's going to be a different topic. So with that being said, in terms of my schedule, I recently started working as a California real estate agent, and I really want to document this journey just because, one, when am I going to be a new real estate agent again? So I want to document the trials, tribulations, and just the ups and the downs, the tips and the tricks. So for new real estate agents, or if you're thinking about being a real estate agent, you'll know what to expect, or this will be a good log for me to look back on in about a year, in about 2 years. I can say, oh, that's how I felt. That's what I was thinking. I didn't know what was going on, but now I know a lot more. And it'll just be like a history book of my journey. Not only that, but I want to incorporate more real estate stuff. And that's why I'm dedicating Mondays to Real Estate Mondays, in which I document my journey as a California real estate agent, but also later on, it'll be, like tips, tricks, anything going on, news. So real estate is going to be Mondays, and I really want to incorporate this into my channel just because, one, obviously it's my career. It's what I'm going to be doing 40 to 80 hours a week, however many hours I decide to work that week. And I also think that YouTube is a very good leveraging tool in order to grow my business as a real estate agent. And with real estate, unlike other employers that I've worked for, as a real estate agent, you can pretty much do whatever you want in terms of getting creative to run your business. So if you want to leverage YouTube, if you want to leverage Instagram, Facebook, cold calls, door knocking, you can do whatever you want in order to generate leads. And then with that, I think YouTube could be that avenue for me personally as well. And 2 weeks ago, Keller Williams, it was my first official week with Keller Williams. They had a 3-day seminar. It was called Mega Camp. And with Mega Camp, they were basically saying, we have to adapt with the times, with Instagram and with Facebook Lives and all that. They didn't really mention YouTube. So I was like, well, I mean, I've been doing a small YouTube channel and it's growing at a decent rate. So maybe I can leverage this. And my goal for, real estate, YouTube, obviously everything going on with everything else, is I hope to be able to leverage this later on so that I can find business, so that if you on the other side am seeing me, like, I'm a real estate agent, and you see how genuine I am and hardworking and all that. And because this platform in YouTube, it's a personal branding platform, right? I mean, that's anything nowadays. Social media is a personal branding platform. So hopefully, from my perspective, I'll put everything real estate on, and then on the other side, you can say, oh, Vince is a real estate agent, and if I need some real estate advice or if I have some questions, then I can reach out to him, use him as a resource, and then, develop that relationship to, hopefully for me to help you with any of your real estate needs. And cool thing, and this is something that I will definitely do a video on, and I know and I certainly didn't know this when I first started real estate, was that I thought that in order for you to work with a real estate agent, you probably want to work with someone in your area. Like, obviously you want to work with someone in your area. They are going to have the best knowledge, or the, just about the given area that you're in. But there is something like referrals, right? So there's like referral programs or like referral fees. So let's say that so my license is only for the state of California. So I can help you buy, sell houses in the state of California. I can't do it in Nevada. I can't do it in New York. But let's say you're in those areas, New York, Nevada, or even Canada, or even the UK. If you're looking for real estate services, I can link you up with a professional in your area. And with Keller Williams, we're in, all 50 states. And we're in 50 different countries. So Canada, we're in Canada, we're in the UK, we're in South America, we're in Mexico, we're in South Africa. We're in a lot of different places. So if you need that help, I can link you to a person in your area. Most likely, and obviously if it's not within our like geographic regions that we cover, unfortunately I won't be able to connect you with anyone because we don't work in that area yet. But let's say I do link you up, like you're in the UK and I link you up with an agent in the UK. There's a referral fee. They have to give me 25% of their proceeds. So whatever they make on the transaction, I automatically get 25% of that because I referred you. So if you are in the state of, if you are in the US or even any other country and you're thinking about buying, selling, or know anyone that's buying and selling, I can connect you with the right person. Just because also a cool thing is to make sure that you're in good hands. It's my job to make sure that you're in good hands. So we can look at our network of, okay, what agent in that area, let's say, she's in Phoenix. You're looking for something in Phoenix. Okay, I can look who's in Phoenix and who's killing it in Phoenix and how many transactions they had. So, and then I'll call them like, hey, this is Vince from the Bay Area. I have someone to refer you, and then give them that information and then to connect you. So you'll be in good hands. And yeah, so that's something that I personally didn't know, that the referrals. So if you are looking for those kind of services and you don't know where to start, or you just want general information, I can help you, connect you with that person on the other side if I can't give you the local information myself. And with that being said, coming back full circle to my original topic, Mondays will be dedicated to real estate. So real estate, and then Fridays, so actually let's go in order from Monday through Sunday, because if I jump around then it'll kind of be all over the place. So originally I was doing Q&As in most of my vlogs. So the last 6 months or so, I've been doing a lot of Q&As as a filler. Not only a filler, but it's my way of interacting with my community and providing value. So like on certain days I had a live stream one day, and then I have a review video one day. So besides those 2 days, the other 5 were more of, okay, I share my exercise, and then I do a Q&A, and then I talk about whatever topic that I want to talk about. But now I've sectioned things off to where I have just separate days for separate things. So with that being said, Tuesdays are now going to be the Q&A days. So all the Q&A days, I used to do it 5 days a week, but now it's going to be smashed into Tuesday. All the Q&As are going to be smashed into Tuesday, and I might have another day in the week, but it just depends. I'm going to see how this all works out, but Tuesday is the time or the day that I'll be answering all the questions instead of doing it every single vlog day now. And the reason why I've decided to separate these days and not do, okay, share my exercise, Q&A, and then topic, because I could still do that, but I don't want to do that because in terms of growth strategy for YouTube, if I make these singular videos for a singular topic, it's more likely to, one, grow my channel, but two, it's better for the audience because now, you know, if I have a new YouTube person or like someone on the other side coming in and be like, oh, he's doing this exercise Q&A and then also talking about a topic. I really just came here for the topic. So, you know, they might skip over my video. So I've seen a little bit of success when I just make one video and that's just the topic for the video instead of smashing everything in, instead of smashing the Q&A and then also my exercise. So that's why that's kind of my mindset in terms of divvying up different days for different things. So Q&A is going to be Tuesdays. In terms of Wednesdays will probably be my live stream days. So Wednesdays live stream, just talk about whatever topic that I want to talk about. I might put some questions in there as well, but it'll be something like this, maybe small YouTube related or whatever I want to talk about that's related to, I mean, whatever is for that week. So Wednesday is going to be my live stream days. Thursdays, I don't have a day yet. So far I've put miscellaneous. So with miscellaneous, they could be any of the other 6 days. So if I want to do another live stream, I probably won't do another live stream because the live stream is the day before, but if I want to do another Q&A or real estate or review video, then I could put it on the miscellaneous days. And then Friday will be my jiu-jitsu days. For me, it's been a little bit difficult to incorporate jiu-jitsu videos just because I haven't been going to jiu-jitsu. So, you know, how am I supposed to incorporate jiu-jitsu videos when I haven't been going to jiu-jitsu? So for me, I've started to, you know, because I like jiu-jitsu more than I like ultra running. I like jiu-jitsu more than I like powerlifting, than even like doing pull-ups. And I love doing pull-ups, but I really love jiu-jitsu. I really like jiu-jitsu, super like, maybe like one before love. Love is a really strong word, but I really like jiu-jitsu, and I haven't been back because I see my parents or I see my girlfriend's family, you know, every few weeks. So for me, it's more of a better safe than sorry type of thing. So but I still want to make jiu-jitsu videos because jiu-jitsu videos for me, they tend to be very good in terms of growing my channel and also just for my watch time, my views, and everything like that. So I want to commit to jiu-jitsu videos, and because, you know, sooner or later I'm going to go back, and I want to start it now and then just create a habit of making sure that I commit to the jiu-jitsu videos. So I've actually been working with my coach. He runs the gym that I go to, and then I'm going to meet up with him, you know, once a week to start a new series. So the new series, it'll either be, you know, him talking to the camera about a certain topic, or me, if it's not him, then it's going to be someone else, or it's going to be me sharing my experience from a blue belt's perspective, or whatever jiu-jitsu video. It's going to be a jiu-jitsu related video, but at least for the next few weeks. So this past Friday, like two days ago, right? I came out with that jiu-jitsu video, and it did really well, like really, really well in 2 days, less than 2 days. It's had over 700 views. And for me, for my channel, that's really good. And it just goes to show that jiu-jitsu is one of those niche topics and very searchable videos. So that's why I want to, you know, make sure that I include it. But the next few episodes, it's okay. We just filmed an episode, and that's coming out next Friday because it's going to be Jiu-Jitsu Fridays. It's going to be, okay, well, what white belts should focus on? And it's a 10 to 11 minute clip of him speaking to the camera, giving his perspective of, you know, from his vantage point of his experience of teaching students. So, and then we're going to do that from every belt level. So, okay, white belt, what you focus on, blue belt, what you should focus on, purple, brown, black, and then so on and so forth. That's not actually no so forth because black belt that ends, but, you know, he'll give his thought process or opinion on it and just give a little bit of insight. But then after that, it's literally going to be talking whatever I want to talk about. And in terms of jiu-jitsu videos as well, when I give my videos, it's going to be from the vantage point. If it's me speaking, it's going to be from the vantage point of a blue belt. And if you know anything about jiu-jitsu, it's usually, so it goes white, blue, purple, brown, black. And on average, it's about 10 years to get your black belt. Some people get it a lot faster. Some people take a little bit longer. But on average, they would say 10 years. So for me, I'm a blue belt. So like literally only the second stage in it. So I don't want to be doing any type of technique-based things because I'm a blue belt. I don't know the intricacies of those types of moves. I'm a blue belt, right? So it's kind of asking a second grader, first grader to give you a lesson on grammar, right? It doesn't make any sense. You got to go with, like a full-fledged professor or teacher, or at least, a high school student or a college student, right? So that's kind of what I feel. So I know some people have asked me like, hey, why don't you do any technique-based? It's like, I don't want to do technique-based because I'm a blue belt. Why would I do technique-based videos? So that's why for me, I want to reach out to those higher level belts, like purple or like brown, black, so because they have a lot more insight, they can give more knowledge on those techniques, but also like some theories and stuff like that. But for me, when I do my jiu-jitsu videos, like if it's going to be my perspective, it's just going to be, okay, this is what I'm struggling with, yada yada yada. And so Fridays will be jiu-jitsu videos, and then Saturdays are going to be my review videos. So I've been doing review videos for about 4 to 7 weeks, I want to say. I've done at least 4. So about 6 or 7 weeks. And the review videos are just the equipment and the gear that I use. And for me, I've seen pretty good numbers in terms of my watch times, in terms of people coming to my channel, just overall traffic from my review video. So I want to keep doing those. And I'm actually might switch this up. So it'll be like review / searchable videos, because sooner or later I'm going to run out of things to review. And I'm not a mukbang channel. Is that how you say it? I'm not one of those channels. So I don't really want to be like, I like eating and then, because that's just not my style. But sooner or later, I'm going to run out of gear and stuff to review. So it'll be like more of because my goal of the review videos is more to do searchable content. So it's more of like review / searchable content. So it could be, like how to do more pull-ups, right? And that's kind of searchable, but also that's not that searchable because everyone does pull-ups. And I want to like niche down a little bit more, like kind of like my jiu-jitsu videos, or like the review videos, like with my Garmin Forerunner 235, that one did well. My Fitbit one did well too. And even my running vest and my running hat one, even those are a little bit shorter, those keep getting me watch time. So that will really help with watch time and overall just exposure to my channel. So to give the chance of people, at least come to that video and consider subscribing. So review / searchable videos will be on Saturdays, and then Sundays, I can't forget about my ultra running. So ultra running will be on Sundays. It'll just be a recap of, my mileage, probably like ultra running and pull-ups. Okay, like this is what I did Monday through Sunday. I went on this run, my long run, and then I did, 700 pull-ups or whatever it is. So that'll be more like my fitness days, and that's it right there. That's 7 days. So again, as a recap, Mondays real estate, Tuesdays Q&A, Wednesdays live stream, Thursdays miscellaneous, Fridays jiu-jitsu, Saturdays review / searchable content, and then Sundays ultra running. And I feel like this is a pretty good game plan. And I know I've been going back and forth because people always want to mention that, oh, you're so all over the place. Like your content is like, yeah, but also I make daily videos. So for me, I feel like there's no issue because I make daily videos. I've come out with 7 videos a day. It would be a bigger issue if I come out with 2 videos a day and I was talking about so many topics, because then I wouldn't be able to cover as much. But, if I come out with 7 videos a day, I can talk about all 7 things, right? And this may hurt my like subscriber count. This may hurt my, like, it just maybe even hold me back in terms of growing my channel. But for me, not that I don't care, but for me, this is all about documenting my journey of what I'm going through and trying to grow. But documenting my journey really comes first. And these are the things that I'm interested in. These are the things that I want to talk about, that I'm passionate about talking about. These are the things that I do every single day, right? So for me, this is why I've decided to not necessarily niche down, because I can go full jiu-jitsu or full running, but I don't want to do that because I'm interested in many, many different areas, and I want to talk about all the different areas. So that's kind of my thought process. And yes, it might hold me back. Yes, it might, make me not grow as fast, but at the same time, this is all like a fun, not like fun and game. Yeah, it's fun and games for me. This is all fun for me. It's not a career path for me. This is all fun, and maybe I can leverage this in terms of real estate for my career later on. But I also think it's very valuable for me just to document my journey, and that's kind of my thought process of, when people say, well, do you think that you being so mixed in your types of videos that you're, hurting yourself? Yeah, sure, I guess. But I mean, it's what I want to talk about, and it's what interests me. So I'm going to talk about it, and since it's my channel, I can, I'll try this out and see how it goes. And something that, this brings up the good point that Gary Vee pointed out, right? So because he gets the question asked all the time, like, what if I'm interested in so many different things? Because before you go into YouTube, you think about, okay, should I niche down, or should I talk about all my interests or a lot of my interests? And that's one of the big questions that we get as YouTubers, even small YouTubers, big YouTubers, whatever. Actually, I'm not a big YouTuber, so I wouldn't know. But as a small YouTuber or a person just coming in, that's one of the things that can be a question of, should I niche down, or should I talk about the 7 different areas that I'm interested in? And Gary Vee brings up a good point. Like, he says, if you're interested in 7 different areas, talk about 7 different areas. It might be slow growth, but the people that are actually subscribing to you, they are bought into you. And for me, that's also one of my goals. I want you to subscribe to me because, I want you to follow my journey. I want you to be interested in me as a person. Right? And that's my goal for this, not just like, oh, he does review videos and that's all I want to watch, or he does only that, right? So that's not my goal. It's like, I want you to be interested in the growth might be slower, but if the person on the other side subscribes to me, then they are more likely to be a loyal subscriber. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm not, like the growth stuff, not really. It's whatever nowadays. I think at first when I was below 1,000, I was like, oh, I just want to grow. But nowadays it's like, nah, like who cares? Like you're gonna grow if you put in the work. But also just know what you're getting yourself into, because I understand that if I am spread out in terms of my content, I won't grow as fast. But I'm okay with that, because this is all fun for me. So cool. And that is my rant about my 7 days and my game plan moving forward. So right now I am going to just look at the chat box and then answer any questions, interact with y'all a little bit. And then I have a few questions, and I also want to go through some analytics. Actually, one of the questions is about analytics, so I'll go through that as well. So all right. Right. It is. Thanks for coming, everyone. And also, if you haven't liked this video or live stream yet, please do me a favor and like it. It really helped me out. So, hey, everybody. Hey, Brad. How's it going? I can't wait for you to tell us you sold your first home. Me too. I'm going to put in the work. I have a goal to do 3 transactions by the end of the year. So I worked with my mentor, and he's like, okay, I think this is possible. It's probably a little bit challenging because, depending on the person, you might not, for me as a new real estate agent, some people don't get their first transaction until 6 months, or some people don't, they don't get it, their first 3 until like after the year mark or whatever, because obviously they're transitioning from a new a new career, or, you know, whether they're working part-time, whatever it is. But with Keller Williams, actually something good to know is for the first 3 transactions, you're kind of not necessarily on probation, but you're working with a mentor. They're teaching you, but also the commission splits aren't, they take a lot more commission splits. I think it's like 55-45. But once you do your 3 transactions, then it goes to the regular commission. Tier, right? But for the first 3, you're supposed to take all these classes. You have mentors. You have people to just teach you. And then so the goal is, as a new real estate agent, you know, once you hit your 3, then you're kind of on your own after that. So I want to hit my 3 as soon as possible. So talking with my mentor, he was like, okay, because at first I was like, I just want to learn, and because we're making our SMART goals and our business plans. And he was like, I really think, you know, actually he didn't say that. He said, because I sent him all my numbers, and this is just me sending my numbers because as a recruiter, that's what we did daily. But I sent it to him at the end of the week, and he said, you know what, I think a good goal for you, you know, since you're doing this full time, since you don't mind cold calling, blah, 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 I think a good thing for you to aim is 3 transactions by the end of the year. So by the end of the year, that'll be me, 3.5 months into real estate. But, you know, obviously if you're hungry enough, you work hard enough, things can happen. So my goal is 3 transactions by the end of the year. You should definitely incorporate it. Yes, I am excited to incorporate it, Brad. I'd use you if I was moving to California. Liz, you don't have to use me if you live somewhere else. But I mean, obviously, it's honestly, I can refer you to someone. If you don't know anyone or any agent in the area, I can refer someone to you. Though if you actually know someone in the business, go to them first, right? I don't want to burn any bridges. Like if your mom's a real estate agent or your best friend's a real estate agent, go to them first. Like it makes sense. But if you don't have anyone in that area, or if you want to give a referral fee to someone else, like let's say Liz, you're moving from, I don't know where you live, but let's say you're moving from Florida to Idaho, and you don't have an agent, but you have a friend, you know, like a real estate agent. You can say, hey friend, I'm moving to Idaho, can you connect me with an agent over there? They say yes, they connect you, and then the person on the other side, your friend, gets, you know, it's 25 to 30% or whatever they agree upon in terms of the referral split, right? So because they give the referral, they'll work it out themselves. Usually it's 25 to 30% on average. Right? So hello, Essential Circle. Hello. Very good idea, Vince. I'll keep that in mind. So glad I missed you. Oh, Chris, I totally forgot that you had your live stream, but I also think it was like 4 a.m. So I definitely was not awake. I'll catch the replay though for sure. Boom. Yeah, you deserve it. All right. Catching up on this live chat. And if anybody knows a better way to catch up on the live chat, I feel like it is what it is, but if anyone knows a better way, maybe dealing with another person, right? So loving the new schedule routine, looking forward to it. Lots of content. Yes, same, me too. I got to go too, fam. Thanks, Liz, for coming. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you, Jen. I think it'll be awesome too. I'm excited to try it out. I mean, I'll try it out, I'll see how it goes, and if it doesn't work, I can adjust from there. So no biggie. Sorry I'm quiet on this on cooking dinner. No worries. Just glad that you are here. Who cares about subs if you have no loyalty? Yes, totally agree. I think we can all get caught up into the whole sub game, especially, you know, coming, you know, when you're less than 500, even less than 1,000. You're like, oh, I just want to get to that 1K. But nowadays, if I had to redo it all over again, would not care about, you know, just the sub count. Loyalty is where it's at. Yeah, totally agree. Money management, it's all about building that loyal group of watchers. No point having a large following if nobody is tuning in. Yep. Totally agree, because what's going to happen is, you know, what's going to happen if you get 1,000 subscribers and then you get the watch time and then you don't have loyal subscribers and then they watch your videos like, I'm not going to watch this video. I'm going to skip through it because there's ads now, and then you're not going to get any money. So true. All right, cool. Now that I am caught up with the live chats, I am actually going to answer some questions now that we had. And it's my first time using OBS, so bear with me. I'm going to go to my webcam. I'm going to minimize my webcam. Boom, hey, this is cool, this works. Perfect. And then now you can see my YouTube screen. And actually, let me populate the first question. So the first question, all right, CLFurlong, if you're still here, I think he might have left. I will be curious to see the analytics, click through on the link and all that jazz on this one after 30 days. And this was in regards to my, what is that called? Hold on. Actually, I want to put my webcam above the question. Okay, there you go. Move this too. So this, Chris's question was in regards to my Fitbit, not my Fitbit, my Garmin Forerunner 235. So I'm going to show you all the analytics. It's been a little bit over 40 days, not 40 days, 30 days. But I'm going to show you the analytics anyways. And I think I answered this in the last question, but I didn't have OBS. And so showing you now, you can actually see the screen yourself. All right, loading. All right, cool. And officially, 1338. I've actually grown by like 20 subscribers in the last 2 days. I think it's from my jiu-jitsu video, actually. So before we actually get to your question, Chris, I'm going to show you my monetization, how many hours I'm at. 1330 subscribers. It like rounds down. I think when you're at 1339, it'll round like 1.34. But watch hours, 3,162. So it's actually coming up pretty quickly in terms of my 4K watch hours. I think I'll be there pretty soon. Let's go to my videos. And then I'm going to go to, all right, my Garmin Forerunner 235 review video. And right now, so that you guys can see this. So I published this on August 22nd. So it's been a little bit over 30 days, coming close to 40 days now. But as you can see, 1.7K views, 122.6 hours. Actually, my screen is kind of messed up. 122.6 hours. And this like sub plus 4 subs from this video, but I think it's actually a lot more than that because I think people click around. And but there we go. In terms of reach, 11,000 impressions. The click-through rate 11.4, and the views, like look at this, 1.7K, which is 1.5K more than usual. So and just going back to the real time, this right here on the right side. So this is the past 48 hours, 189 views in the past 48 hours. That is really good. Like for me, usually my videos will die out after, I don't know, 10 days or so. So I'll give you a perfect example. I'm just going to pull up one of my other videos that's about 2 weeks out, and like you'll be able to see that usually, because this review video is actually the first review video that I did, and I realized how powerful, click back and forth, how powerful they are, because every time I check this 48 hours, there's always views. And at first it was 30 to 40 views in the last 48 hours, but then it was like 100 views, 200 views, and then look, I mean, just like 189 views for the past 48 hours. That's like really good for me, and it just goes back to the whole like searchable content thing. And so, for example, let's get, like, this is so how I'm studying for my California real estate license, right? So I made this August 24th, 2 days after I made that video. 2 days after that I made the review video. Look, 2 views. And I'm shocked that this video has 2 views because most of my videos have 0. If it's that far out, it usually has 0 views in the past 48 hours. But this views had 2 views. You know, I think maybe because it's California real estate agent, you know, that's not as much of a niche. I mean, it definitely is a niche, but it's, I don't rank very high in terms of California real estate agent YouTube channels. There's probably a lot more that, you know, do better. So, or like, so let's say, take for example this one: adjusting, adaptable, and adjusting, right? Analytics. Look, 0 for the last 40 hours, 0. So that's usually what happens to my videos. They get views for the first 10 days or so, but after that, it goes kaput, nothing. And then just going back again, this Garmin Forerunner 235, very good in terms of watch time. And after this video, I was like, oh, okay, I need to make more searchable content. I need to be smarter, and yes, they do take a little bit of planning, but super worth it. And I'm not sure if Jess is still in the live chat, but Jess did a video on she did a review video a few days ago, and it was on the teeth whitening strips, and that video already has 2,500, more than 2.5K views, and I believe for her channel that's pretty good, and just shows how powerful the review videos are. Even though, like, this Garmin Forerunner 235, the Garmin Forerunner 235 is an old watch. Like, there's a lot of videos on this already, but it's still getting me a ton of views. And I'll even give you another example. As another example, my Fitbit video, my Fitbit Ionic video, and like a Fitbit Ionic, they've discontinued it. So just because it's discontinued does not mean that it's not going to keep getting you views. All right, so Fitbit Ionic. So I'm going to look at the analytics on the Fitbit Ionic, and 590 views, 33.3K watch, 33.3 watch hours. Real-time views, 69. So roughly 70 views for a Fitbit Ionic, in which Fitbit does not make Ionics anymore. So I'm still getting views. It's still a very searchable content. So just because you have an old like item doesn't mean that you can't review it. So, you know, it's very, very powerful. And like the YouTube search 91.3, obviously. And with this being said as well, because the Garmin Forerunner 235, it's more of a niche type of, you know, because a lot of runners obviously will, you know, search Garmin Forerunner 235. So the Garmin Forerunner 235, it's just a more searched watch, and I feel like it's a more watch that's bought by just everyone. So obviously it's going to have more views, but doesn't mean that the Fitbit Ionic's not going to have any views. So review everything that you can, I feel like, in my opinion. And some review videos do well, some don't. Like, that's just a fact. My hat video didn't do that well. I mean, actually, let me see. Best running hat, 274. It's still doing well. 274, and then also my running vest. My running vest, 356. Look, and this is an Amazon running vest. Amazon running vest, 356 views. And the issue that I have, see, you see, like, this is 4 minutes, and then my running hat video is 4 minutes. I wish I could make them longer, but I can't make them longer. But it's still just very searchable. Like, look at my running hat, 54 views. You know, okay, 54 views, not as much as a Fitbit Ionic one, because this item is not searched as much, but still, it's 54 views that you're getting. You made this video once, and then people are still searching it. Like, so that's just kind of opened my eyes. So I know I'm kind of overkilling this topic, but, you know, that's what it looks like. So I'm going to answer a few more questions, and I'm going to make my screen a little bit bigger. Boom. So yeah, get on those, what is that called? Review videos. Cool. All right. So a couple more things. All right. I'm going to mess with my OBS real quick. Subscribe. Boom. Also, my battery's about to die, so I'm going to plug in my charger. Just a few more questions, and then a few more questions. I have 3 more questions left, and then Going to go back to the live chat and then hang out with you all for a little bit, answer any questions, and then we'll call it a day. So next question. All right, why is this not? Boom, boom, boom. There we go. All right. Kevin E. Dress shirt Vince took me by surprise, but I'm up for it. But are you rocking runner shorts is the real question. So this was me. Last Monday, I came out with a real estate video because I was in a dress shirt. And if you've been following me for a long time, I guess it's weird to see me in a dress shirt. It's also weird for me to put on a dress shirt because I haven't put on a dress shirt in a long, long time. And then he was asking me, obviously, are you wearing running shorts underneath? Yes, I'm wearing running shorts underneath. I actually, for the most part, I mean, it's all Zoom calls, so I'll usually put on a dress shirt because when we're going through the classes Monday through Friday for the real estate thing, they will, it's just, obviously it's just just more polite if I turn on the webcam. So I like to turn on the webcam, and then also I'll do my hair a little bit. I mean, as much as I can do my hair, right? And I'll put a little bit of, not wax, but it's like the Axe stuff, just to hold my hair up. So, and then I'll put on a dress shirt, but my underneath will be leggings because you never know when you're going to have to run. All right. Next question. All right. Lifting IQ asks, such a cool idea. I'm obsessed with board games. What's your favorite board/tabletop game? My favorite board/tabletop game. I'm not sure if ping pong counts as a tabletop game, but admittedly, I don't know what tabletop game is, what that entails. But I'm going to give you both answers. So I like ping pong. I really enjoy ping pong. I played a lot of ping pong during college, my freshman year of college, and it was really only my freshman year of college. We used to play all the time, seriously all the time. I would say I'd play for at least an hour a day. And when I first started, I didn't know how to play ping pong. I couldn't even hit the ball. But then after that year, I was pretty, not good, but I can at least rally the ball, smash it, spin it, and but after that, I really didn't play because after I moved out of the dorms, I didn't have access to a ping pong table. And I played every once in a while, and whenever I get the chance, I really do like to play ping pong. It's just really fun. But, so tabletop, if that entails ping pong, then I really like ping pong. In terms of board game, what's that? We play, that's not necessarily a board game, but a card game. What's that? Exploding Kittens is really fun. I really like to play Exploding Kittens. Monopoly is a classic, right? Monopoly is really fun. What's that one? It's like a fireworks game. I forgot what it's called. But yeah, I really do like to play board games. Especially playing new board games. It's really fun. And yeah, so I guess my answer would have to be, what did I say first? So I lost my train of thought. It's because I haven't eaten yet and I'm super hungry. So, but yeah, ping pong would be my number one. And then Exploding Kittens, not necessarily a board game, but more of a card game. If you haven't played Exploding Kittens, that's a really fun game. Cool. And then last question that I have, Mr. Oggiesilverfitnesss. So he said, do you have a detailed training and eating plan written down for the lead up to the 100 miler? So my 100 miler is officially on October 31st. This is Silver Moon Race, the 100 miler in Reedley, California. And I don't have a running plan written down. For me, I just go by, running plan and I think by this question you mean a training plan and an eating plan, or maybe you mean on the day of. I'll answer both actually. So as far as my training plan, I don't have it's a rough training plan, and as long as I get my back-to-back long runs, I am fine. But with that being said, I haven't been able to run outside very much because of the whole Northern California fires. So I really wasn't able to run long the last 4 to 5 weeks. I recently started running again this past week, and I was able to run outside. I think this week I had a 6-miler, a 6-miler, a 6-miler, and a 5-miler. And then twice last week I had an 8-miler. But in 8 miles as long as I've ran. And then yesterday I was supposed to do a 10K, but then I ended up not running the 10K because I checked the weather and then it said smoky, and I was like, smoky again? And then so I ended up just jogging in place for a mile. But then I checked a few hours later, but I had already worked out and ran by then. And then my cousins were coming over in a little bit, so I ended up only running a mile. But I'm gonna run a little bit today. I'm gonna run like 6 to 10 miles, and I really need to get my long run in. And it's just been like super hard, honestly, because with work, or maybe I'm just making excuses, because I kept putting off because I was like, I'm gonna do my long run, I'm gonna do my back-to-backs on the weekend. And then here we are, the weekend, and I've just been really busy because today I was gonna run a little bit earlier today to get my long run in, but then someone reached out to me and had an opportunity for me to go to a house. The house that he's selling, he's an agent as well. He's my mentor. And he said, okay, like just go to the house, and if you want to like try to use the lockbox, and then you can walk around, and because he was talking to me about possibly showing the house, but he wanted to make sure that my e-key, the e-key is like an app on your phone, and then make sure that lockbox works. So I was like, okay, you know what? I don't want to say no to this. I want to say yes. I'm going to say yes. So I ended up going there, but then it took like an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then by the time I came back, I had to do this live stream. So I'm going to go out for a run a little bit later today, or literally right after this. And then, but I don't think I'm going to put in 20 miles. But the game plan is for at least, until the 100-miler is the total mileage per week. So the total mileage per week at minimum of 50. And then I really want to get in my back-to-backs. So a back-to-back more mainly from a long run to a medium run. So anywhere from 15 to 20 miles would be a long run. And then my medium run would be anywhere from 8 to 13 or 15, right? So as long as I add up to 50 miles per week, I'm okay with that. And I think even 50 miles, that's a very light training program. I really should be going for 70 miles. So on the weeks I can go for 70 miles, I'm going to go for 70 miles. But now I just need to switch thought processes, because when I wasn't able to run, because of the smoke, I was doing a lot of pull-ups. But then now it's like, okay, I got to give up the pull-ups and then run. But I've still been trying to do both. So that's why I'm like, okay, I'm going to do pull-ups and then go on my run. But when I do that, I only go on a 6 to 8 mile run. In actuality, I should not be doing pull-ups and then going out on my run. So I think moving forward, at least for the next month or so, I'll be cutting back on the pull-ups, maybe just doing 100 or so, but really focusing on my running. And then in terms of my fuel plan, I'm just going to maintain my weight, working up to it. But if you're talking about the other side of the actual day, on the actual day, my training plan is very, as far as the running, it's, I'm going to do like a walk run method. And last time when I ran my 100 miler, I walked every half a mile, a quarter mile to half a mile, every 5 or 10 miles. But I might incorporate the 6-4 strategy, run for 6 minutes, walk for 4, or 7-3 strategy, run for 7 minutes, walk for 3 a lot sooner, because I think that'll help save my legs, and just from the experience of the first one. And so incorporating that a lot sooner, maybe around mile 20, mile 15, mile 20, or even 8-2-9-1, right? So just to give my legs a little bit of a rest. And in terms of my eating plan, I usually eat, if I eat 300 to 400 calories per hour, I'm usually good. So calorically dense food, whether that be power bars, protein bars, fruit. I really like fruit. But then also cookie butter sandwiches. I'll usually eat half a cookie butter sandwich. That's 180 calories plus Gatorade, and then so that'll usually add up to 250 calories per hour. And then, whatever fruit that I have. So that's usually a good game plan for me. And then as I move through the day, when I'm running the 100 miler, then I'll move to gels. I usually don't like doing gels all that often. Usually for me, gels, they really make my stomach upset after I can only eat 2 packs of gels. Or the Cliff Blocks, right? After that, my stomach can't handle it. It just makes everything stirring in my stomach. So yeah, so that's my game plan. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the 100 miler, and but I'm very glad actually, because I didn't think about this, because I was like, oh man, like it's going to be rough. The 100 miler is going to be rough, but I believe it was Ultra Trail Steven and then also Goku Runner. They were like, well, you also did your Calendar Club challenge. I was like, oh, I totally forgot about that. I ran 500 miles in the month of July. So I think that'll actually, like, that training block was really good for me. So I think I'll still have some residual from that. So I'm hoping that will help my running base for the 100 miler. And, you know, for the next 4 to 5 weeks, I'll be putting in miles as much as I can. So, and that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That is all I have planned for today. I'm going to go back to the live chat and then probably answer your questions and then just call it a day after that. Cool. Aiming for 1,000 true fans or super fans. Totally agree with that, Chris. All right, I see you use TubeBuddy. Do you find that helpful? So actually, I downloaded TubeBuddy and I don't use it, to be honest with you. And it's just one of those things that I'm so caught up into my pushing out the daily videos. Because usually my videos don't publish until 7 p.m., 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And by that time, like, that's me finishing editing, finishing my thumbnails, finishing everything. I'm like, I'm just going to leave it, whatever, you know. So what I've been doing is I've been copy and pasting. But like my what is that called? I've been copying and pasting my tags from video to video. But now that I'm kind of sectioning out my videos, what I've been doing is I've been deleting that and then spending 5 to 10 minutes creating like specific tags for that video. But I don't use TubeBuddy. Like, it's just the top of my head. So when I did like this toner mic review video, I just went toner TC777. And then toner TC77 condenser, toner TC777 condenser microphone, and then review, and then all that plus review. So, and then each separate one, review. And so that's what I've been doing, and it's been working, you know, like, but with TubeBuddy, I don't use it. I should use it, but I'm also a little bit lazy. And as I said, you know, it's just me, like, I don't want to spend the time that I already spent a lot of time on YouTube, and it's not like my full-time thing. So, you know, that's just my kind of work cadence with YouTube in terms of TubeBuddy. So it is what it is, but I'm okay with that. Josh, what's going on, my man? How's it going? Nix, good to see you. Thanks. I'm glad you said it because it helped me out so much. Literally, I found out, I thought of you when I got the email about product and decided I had to do the review. Yes, Jess, I'm so excited. I think that video, as I told you, that one's going to be I haven't had a 10K video yet, but that one for you, it looks like 10K is coming quick because it's already at 2.5, and it's like, I believe it's less than a week, and it's just so powerful because you never know what, like people are search everything, like, you know, and YouTube is the second biggest search engine, so we might as well take advantage of it. So I think because they're shorter, you're getting more views. People understand there's no fluff and appreciate the direct review. Yep, actually, I totally agree with that. Usually I would say like a 10-minute video would be like a pretty good video in terms of review video, but the shorter ones, the 4-minute ones, like could you really do a 10-minute video on a Nike hat? I mean, maybe, but like, I mean, yeah, just get to the point. So Nick's asked, do you think producing too much content could be a hindrance? Yeah, I think it could be a hindrance, to be honest with you. It's pros or cons, right? I mean, people might come like, oh, this is way too much. It's way too much. But some people are going to be, whoa, this guy comes out with seven pieces of content a week. I like his grind. You know, I can respect the grind. And for me, I don't think that there's a right answer or there's a wrong answer. 7 could definitely be too much. I think honestly, 4 to 5 a week would probably be better for me in terms of growth and not overkill in terms of my audience. Because if you follow me, it's really hard to keep up with my videos. Like and here's a message right now. Do not watch all of my videos. We all have better things to do than watch my videos. Even for my loyal subscribers or followers or friends, even now, don't watch all my videos, because watch the ones that you want to watch. If it interests you, watch it. Like, if you don't do jiu-jitsu, don't watch my jiu-jitsu videos. If I did a toner mic, the review video, if that interests you, watch it. But don't watch it if it doesn't interest you, because we all have better things to do than watch videos that we're not interested in. But yeah, I think it could hurt me, and this is something that I go back and forth with. But at the end of the day, I will keep up with the 7 pieces of content a day, because this is also a platform for me in terms of building my personal brand. And I want to be that grinder. I want to be the daily vlogger, because later on, months from now, years from now, 3 months, 6 months, or even 4 or 5 years, and someone says, how'd you grow your YouTube channel? I'm like, yo, I did daily videos, and I'm at 100,000, 10,000, 100,000. Whatever that number is. There was no shortcut for me, and I put in the work day in, day out, and I'm not an overnight success. So this is a history book. Literally, if you want to go back and watch each one of my videos, you can, because there is proof. And that's something that's important to me in terms of my personal brand, is to have that image out there. It's not even an image. It's me being real, right? Because it's me making videos. And we all know, especially if you're a small YouTuber or a small content creator, you know how hard it is to come out with a daily video, even if my daily videos aren't the best in terms of quality, because sometimes it's just me talking to a camera and it's me slapping it up on YouTube, even if it's just a minute or 2 minutes of me doing that. But taking the time to do that, taking the time to upload your files into Final Cut Pro, taking the time to publish the video, your thumbnail, your description, your title. Even from a 2-minute video, it's not 2 minutes, right? We all know, even from a 2-minute video, if I slap it up, I still have to make the thumbnail. I still have to make everything else that goes into it. So it might take you 30 minutes, right? So something that's important for me, and I know this is a long-winded answer, is yes, it could be a hindrance, but also I don't really care, to be honest with you, because I'm trying to build my personal brand, be a grinder, and also could just continue the streak. There's something about a streak that says, oh, and it's building a personal brand, but also I want to be, and it's maybe a little weird for me to say, is motivation for others. Like, oh, if Vince is doing it, I can do it too. Or, oh, Vince did daily videos for a year and he grew to 2,000 subscribers. Okay, now I have a reference point, right? And everyone grows at a different rate. But this is my journey, and I'm going to grow the rate that I'm going to grow at. But this could be a roadmap for people in the future, right? Yeah. So boom, boom. I have to head out. Thanks, Jen, for coming. I appreciate you coming. Kiara, Coach Kev, thanks for coming. Frank, you're doing 1 mile and 1 go. Frank, yeah, I'm doing 1 mile and 1 go. No stopping, no sleeping. Some people sleep. I do not plan on sleeping, just running it all the way through. The last time I did the 100 miler, I finished it in a little under 30 hours. But when I did the 100 miler, when I finished in 30 hours, I was also not very, I was not fooling around, but I wasn't trying as hard as I could, because I had some friends come. So I was walking with them, I was chatting with them. We stopped, my parents came, so I chatted with them. So I think if I really, really focus, I could get it under 26 hours. So that's going to be my goal for now. Before I had 24-hour goal, or sub 24 hours, so less than 24 hours. That was my goal. But now, with me not being able to run for 4 to 5 weeks, especially getting those long runs, I don't know if that's feasible. I think something that is more attainable would be 26 hours. So 26 hours, that's more my ballpark, but that's also not a guarantee. So that's going to be mine, 26 hours. Hey, Sarge, thanks for coming. All right, I am out. Great stream, Vince. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Chris, for coming. Frank, 30 hours. Holy cow. Yeah, I'm barely trying to complete 26 miles. Yeah, Frank, I mean, so it seems like you're going to be competing in your first marathon. And that's what I did, was my first marathon too. My first marathon, I ran it. I was like, oh, whoa, it hurt, but I wanted, so I read David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me. And I was like, I really wanted to hurt a little bit more. So, who knows, when you finish that marathon, you're going to be like, oh, this was rough. Or you're going to be like, oh, this was rough, and I wanted to hurt more. So, and I was more of the latter. Because definitely a marathon now is still not, it's still like a long run for me. It takes time, right? I mean, it's still, I have to put in a lot of effort for that. But, who knows? You could be doing marathon, as a training run after, in a few years. So what was your best marathon time? So my best marathon time, I've actually only officially ran one marathon. And it's this one right here, the San Diego Rock and Roll. And I ran it in 5 hours and like 30 minutes. It was not very fast. And that was for a few reasons. I was actually on pace to run it at like 4:30, but I was also running with a friend, and it was my first marathon. It was his first marathon, and we were running it together. And he cramped up around like mile 20. I want to say mile 20 to 22. And I really didn't want to leave him, so I was like, you know what? It's all good, man. Like, don't worry about it. Let's walk this together. Let's finish this out together, because I'm not gonna leave him. The time doesn't really matter to me. So we ended up walking for a good chunk of the last 4 or 5 miles, and then we finished around 5 hours and like 30 minutes, 5 hours 15 or 30 minutes, something like that. But then I did a training run with my buddy a couple months ago. Yeah, a couple months ago. He read David Goggins' Can't Hurt Me, and then afterwards he was like, hey, I really want to run a marathon, because he hadn't run a marathon yet. And I was like, he's like, do you want to run? I was like, yeah, let's do it. He texted me, and I was like, I'm game. And then we ran it that Saturday, and it was just me and him talking, and we ran it in like 4 hours and 45 minutes. It was under 5 hours, I believe. We ran it in like 4 hours, 45 minutes. But if I had to try my hardest right now and just go balls to the walls, what I could do realistically, I could probably get around 4 hours. I would say 4 hours. If I get under 4 hours, I'd be really happy with that. I ran a half marathon because I haven't run an official half marathon. I run a half marathon as a training run in an hour and 57 or 56 minutes. So I think I'd probably get it right around 4 hours. So a little less than 4 hours, probably 3 hours 45 to 4 hours 15, probably be realistic for me if I went balls to the walls right now. Cool. Sweet. Cool. Drew, thanks for coming. I'm sorry I missed your live stream. I actually was taking care of some work stuff, and then they called me in to do like an open house. Not an open house, but he was just for my key. My e-key on my phone. So ended up going to that, and because I didn't want to miss an opportunity, and because my mentor asked me, and for me, it's whenever someone asks me to do something work related, I'm going to do it, because it's an opportunity to learn. So that's what I ended up doing, but I will for sure catch your playback when that's uploaded on YouTube. So cool. Well, that is everything. So thanks for coming, everyone. This was fun. Another good live stream. And yeah, this was fun. So again, here on out, I'm just going to reiterate this again. The main topic for this live stream was the change in my YouTube schedule. So moving forward, I will have separate days for separate things. So Mondays is going to be Real Estate Mondays. Tuesdays are going to be Q&As. So I will not be doing Q&As on multiple days now. Well, maybe. So Q&As on Tuesdays, Wednesdays will be live streams. Wednesdays, 5:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So Wednesdays will be live streams. Thursdays will be miscellaneous. So miscellaneous could be anything. They could be another real estate. They could be another live stream. They could be another Q&A. Whatever it is, whatever I want to do on that day, it's a miscellaneous day. Fridays will be dedicated to jiu-jitsu. Saturdays will be review/searchable content. So review videos, gear, equipment that I use, or just a searchable content type of video. And then Sundays will be ultra running. And that is going to be my schedule moving forward in terms of YouTube. We'll see how it goes, but we'll try it out for a few weeks, and then if it goes well, we'll continue it. If it doesn't go well, then we can adjust. And I'm sure as I go through this, there will be a few adjustments as well. And that's going to be my schedule. And if you haven't liked the video yet, please do me a favor and like it. It really helped me out in terms of growing my channel and just more exposure on my channel. So, cool. And I think I saw a few other comments. Thanks, Sarge, for coming. Thanks, Case, for coming. Cool. All right, everyone. Have a good rest of your weekend. Have a good one. Peace.